So Season 17 of Apex released recently, and the reviews have been mixed, but that's besides the point. In today's video, I'm going to be breaking down what legends you're probably going to need to be playing to get to those really hardcore, aggressive rank games. Let's just start off with Loba, and while you really shouldn't pick what legends to be running in high ranks off their personality, Loba's still a good pick. Her bracelet lets her get in and out of fights, letting her play entry fragger, secondary fragger, support, and defensive all at the same time, if it works, that is. Loba is just all around one of the best characters in the game right now. She can do absolutely anything you want her to do. An absolute S-tier pick. Not for personality though, I swear. Now going straight into Pathfinder.
Oh fuck yeah, brother. I'm hard as a rock.
Straight into Pathfinder. While the buffs that he received recently do bump him up a lot, he's not quite an S tier. I would still recommend having him on a team as his zipline, paired with the ability to just automatically get it by just scanning any care package, is a really good rotational tool. So for crypto, he's not good. You may have seen this guy. I mean, just how could you not love him? Just look at that double chin. Look at those little hairs. Anyways, he may have used them to solo queue to pred, but crypto is not good. He has a little bit of utility with his drone, but you have to be very synergetic with your team, and you have to play almost perfectly to use him. He requires a lot of skill, and even with all that skill, the reward still isn't that awful much. So crypto is gonna go D or C for me. So some people see Horizon as like garbage after the nerf. I'm pretty sure that stigma's gone by now. She's not garbage. She's still an A tier pick, bottom S. Very good rotational tools, very good in 3v3 fights, and great 1v3 potential. She's still just a top tier pick and just really fun. So Bangalore has also moved up in the meta a lot over the past 2 seasons. And I do think she's a little bit overrated, as she really hasn't changed all that much. Just people are sort of discovering that player. But their smokes turn off aim assist for those controller players. Oh man. Bangalore's ultimate is a great evasive tool. Allows you to back off of fights with ease. Her smokes allow you to rotate easily. Her triple time makes it really easy in 1v1s or 1v3s. She's just overall solid pick. I'd say A, maybe B. Octane. So you went from complete garbage in the early seasons to Revtane to what he is now. And what he is now is a C at best. He really offers nothing for your team besides a dinky little jump pad that any rank above gold 2 you're just gonna get absolutely dumpstered off of like 3, 2, 1 so fast. But it's passive, decent I guess, and his things are fun, but they don't really offer you much. So Gibraltar used to be the best legend ever, and Apex so overpowered. You never really see him anymore. I don't think he's as bad as people say, but I mean his dome gets countered by Maggie. I feel like there's more legends in the meta now that can counter his ultimate and even his dome. And shotguns just aren't meta, so dome fighting really isn't. It's warranted. B tier, I'd say. Ballistic. Absolutely garbage. Just kidding. He has some uses, but the only real uses come from his ult. Because why would you ever want to be able to carry a third gun? Like, it doesn't really matter that much. Like, you can't use it for like a sniper if you're just feeling extra. Gay. It's his ultimate is good early game, and if you have a full 3-man, which most people don't, and his Q is the most useless piece of garbage I've ever seen, so I'd say like D or C tier. Don't use him in ranked, unless like you are very confident in your rank. So Revenant, he's horrible. He's the most annoying team. So whenever you fight him, he may seem like the most overpowered character. I promise you, he's useless. You get shot with 3 nemesises while you're trying to push with a Revenant ult, and you're dead in about 1 second. And then they just ape you because you're all low. Useless. His silence. Oh man, I can't use my abilities for what, like couple seconds. I just hide for those couple seconds. Like, seriously useless. And his passive, people say it's like something that brings him up, but like climbing higher and faster, crouching faster, does that really matter that much? D. Honestly, borderline F. Fuse. F tier. Ash. She's decent. The buffs did nothing at all. They were the most useless buffs ever. I don't know why they're buffing walking with your Q out. Like, no one cares. But, she just really doesn't offer a whole bunch. The most powerful part of her kit is probably her ult, but everything with her is underwhelming when you really think about it. I mean, maybe in a few lower ranks, but in reality, your portal just doesn't go too far. And usually whenever you use it, you just get beamed the second you come out the other side. Or they just chase you with the portal. Anyway, you just probably shouldn't use her really. I'd say like a C tier. Just mid. Mad Maggie. Ooh, she can destroy Gibby Domes now. She's a little bit better. Shotguns aren't meta, so she's down even more. She can destroy domes, which would be useful if Gibby was actually in the meta. The only thing that she really brings right now is her entire kit overall for literal rat extermination, because she can drill them out of walls. She can ult them out of walls, but with that you still need a scan character to scan them still. So overall, it's just really isn't worth it most of the time to bring a Maggie. And she's an assault, probably one of the worst classes. So like, you'd just be better off bringing, if you want rat extermination, it's just better off to bring a Seer or a Bloodhound. Valkyrie. Valkyrie. Evac Towers took her down even more, but it's still better than Evac Towers. She still has a lot of outplay and 0 skill where you just fly up 3,000 meters away from your enemies, but still, she's okay. It's a B, maybe A. It depends on the map, but overall, better entry fraggers. Bloodhound. I'd say he's right along with Seer now. I think he belongs top A, bottom S, in my opinion. His new ability of finding where the nearest squad is very useful. There's still a lot of things that do hold him back, in my opinion, but overall his scans are just good. So Seer, I don't really have to say anything. Everything's been said. He has like wall hacks, and they're not as powerful as they used to be, but top A, bottom S. Vantage. F. Advantage. D tier. She's so useless. Don't use her. Lifeline. Don't use her. She does absolutely nothing. She can res her teammates and drop the care package. The care package buff is useful to drop immediately. You get stuff for your entire team.
No, I need one kill.
She's just a walking target. She has no way out. You have to be very smart to play Lifeline, and even with that, if they hear a Lifeline res, they're probably just gonna push. And if you are literally not Imperial Hal himself, embodied in the form of Jesus Christ's hands, you are not gonna be able to stop a full 3-man from pushing while your teammate is sitting over there, getting a butt plug, going straight up their sphincter. You're not gonna be able to stop it. Don't use her. Rush. C tier. His buffs brought him up. He can now res. His revives are better now. His Q is the most useless piece of garbage I've ever seen still, and his ult is still very underwhelming and never worse than high ranks, but for lower ranks, I guess it'll work. Newcastle is probably the best support character right now. I mean, his shield just like crazy, but I think he'd be a little bit better. Shotguns run the meta for his like, dome fighting basically, but he has the best res. I mean, it's just Lifeline on steroids. He can move, walk backwards with a shield. Kind of stupid, but yeah. I'd say A or S. Caustic. C or B. It really depends on the map. But in circles, he's always going to be really good. He's just not as good as he used to be at holding buildings as gas trap sets off. Shoot it. But still, when there's a Caustic team holding a building, it's really hard to get in still. I'd say C or B. So Watson. I'm gonna have an unpopular opinion here, but Caustic better. She does have the ult, which is pretty good, I have to say, but her main piece, defenses. There are very few situations where you can place a fence and it'll be completely undetected, like no one can shoot it. They have to walk through it, or they have to nade it, or they have to do something to break it, or they just can't get in the building. But that is 1 in a million. Most doors, someone just peeks to the left, shot it, your room's straight open. You can say the same for Caustic, but it sets off. You have to break it, meaning they have a large time window where they can just beam you. But with a Watson, 1 bullet, it's gone. Or even just a nade. You can't counter Caustic with a nade. But with Watson, as long as she doesn't have her ult down, and in most places, like a full house, the entire house isn't going to be covered by a Watson ult, so you're just going to throw a nade and it's going to break all the fences in that area, and you just run straight in. D or C for me. Rampart. She's just bad. Don't even try. Her minigun, it gets out damaged by most guns, or is on par with the damage per second. Yeah, it has a ton of damage per mag. It has like 100 and something bullets in it. No duh. It's gonna have a lot of damage per mag. But it's just not even that good at killing, and it's very, very niche and situational. So just, like, don't use her really. Like, any good player can counter her walls really easily, just taking an off angle, shooting the wall, breaking it down. And you can keep placing her walls, but in the end of the day, if you're playing Rampart, you're probably going to get stomped because you're just sitting in a building. Rampart's like C tier. Catalyst. She went from garbage unreleased to one of the best characters, and I don't know what to think of that, because I always thought, in Season 15, I always thought she's going to be so good, and then everyone called her bad. But I never really agreed with it. I thought she had a lot of potential, and I just thought that people didn't know how to play her. And here we are. I'm pretty sure there's been no real changes to her since Season 15, but she's come up in the meta as this great character. The only thing that really holds her back is that scans still are glitchy and can go through the wall. But if that gets fixed, she is like S tier. Right now she's A. That's the only thing that holds her back. But I mean, her Q can be used to hide in. The most annoying thing ever. You can set up buildings so fast, make these like nearly unbreakable doors, and you just can do it over and over again with only a 3-second cooldown. She's just great, and her ult, it just allows you so much leniency on rotations, and it gives you so much 1v3, even 2v3, even 3v3 potential. It just lets you easily pick off teams. I just love Catalyst. A tier. Okay, so that was the whole tier list, guys, and thanks for watching. I recommend subscribing because I am the greatest content creator in this game, obviously. But if you like content like this, I recommend subscribing. I post montages, tier lists, normal gameplays. I post all this. You can check out some of my other videos. Should be on the screen right now. But thank you guys for watching, and feel free to subscribe and like the video. It helps. See ya.